Shalom. Before I get started, I want to start by saying Call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Makakwadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, the great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well, and peace and salutation to the elect out there laboring on and believing in the name of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Makakwadash. To USA Shalom. Alright, this is the brother Amawan from the GMS Charlotte camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Makakwadash. In this lesson, I'm going to entitle Keep Your Integrity Until the End. Alright, because integrity is going to be a major key, of you being delivered, because being righteous requires you to have integrity, man. All right, and I'm gonna get the definition of what integrity means, and it means the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Okay, because that's what keeps you, on that straight line to where no matter what circumstances you're put in, all right, you won't compromise what your beliefs in, man. Okay, and as we know that we have our belief in the one true power, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the God of the Bible. Okay, because we know that's the moral standpoint of the land. All right, because as we know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua created everything, man, and He has a distinct way that He wants things to be ran, and that includes, when it comes to serving Him, man. And as Israel being the chosen people of the Most High, we are the physical representation of how righteousness is supposed to look. Okay, but thanks to Esau, when we came to this captivity, that Esau has conditioned the world to operate in the wickedness, and the main ones that do that is you Jakes, man, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. All right, you you are created to be righteous. You are created to be a noble people, a nation of kings and priests, and yet our people are the wickedest of the wicked, man. So Yahweh Shemal Shah woke up, the elect, and 1/3 of our people, and we're learning, how to keep our integrity, man, through us keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, so so the whole point of I want to bring this lesson out is because we're supposed to be taken after our ancient forefathers, you know, of how they operated in the spirit, man. Because the times that we're coming in are very trying times. That's gonna take the majority of the masses, on that path to destruction, man. All right, and as the scriptures tell you, you know, uh, broad is the way to destruction, but it's a straight and narrow path into the kingdom of heaven. Which the straight goes into a point of difficulty, man. All right, and so as Esau begins to put different uh these different regulations to implement this martial law, and eventually, the total lockdown of the world to implement this new world order. All right, your integrity is going to be tested, man. But as a man of the Lord, as a believer of Yahweh Shemal Shah, you're supposed to keep your integrity to the end, man. All right, which leads me to this. All right, because this account in First Kings 9:4 is when the Most High Yahweh, gave wisdom to King Solomon. All right, and he told him how to follow him, man. All right, and so this is First Kings 9:4. And if thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked in integrity of heart and uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded thee, and will keep my statutes and my judgments, then will I establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever, as promised to David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man upon the throne of Israel. All right, and as we know, King Solomon, when he ruled, man, it was 40 years of peace. But the spiritual part about it is that we know that King Solomon was Yahweh Shah in the reincarnation. All right, and so as we know that the Lord made King Solomon the king over Israel, but coming into the times when Yahweh Shah was reincarnated, we know that that's the Messiah. We know that he's the Son of the Most High that's going to bring the kingdom in, and as Israel, the elect being joint heirs with Yahweh Shah, man. All right, we're gonna inherit the kingdom as well, man. So we have to walk as how Yahweh Shah walked, man. Okay, and that's what having integrity of heart and uprightness, man. Having a moral standard, having a moral code that cannot be corrupted by anything that's thrown your way, even unto death, man. All right, because Esau uses various ways, to make people, throw away their integrity, man. All right. For the love of money and things like that, but nothing's supposed to persuade you out of the ways of righteousness, man. All right, which leads me to this. This is Romans 15:4, and it reads, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Because as we know, the things that are written aforetime was our ancient forefathers, man. Okay, seeing how they walked, seeing how King David, you seeing why King David was a man after the Most High's heart, man. Okay, because the King David walked in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, even when King David, he went off and sinned, the Lord still had compassion on him because, like I said, the King David was a man after Yahweh's heart, man. Okay, and King Solomon, you know, was groomed in the steps of King David, until he, got up in age and he went off worshiping other women's gods, man. But in the end, that was meant to be like that for a reason. All right. So even when we fall short, all right, we still keep our integrity to know that, hey, how about Shemal Shah is not unrighteous to forgive sins, man. All right, because we're in this flesh, we're gonna go off, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord will forgive us as long as we continue to put our faith in Him, man. Because only sin that you can't be forgiven for really is blasphemy, man. And we know that we don't blaspheme the Holy Spirit, so we just pray that Yahweh Shem Shah will have mercy on us, man. All right, but we read these scriptures to learn how our forefathers, the different trials and tribulations they went to, the different, the ways the Lord put them through the ringer, and how he delivered our people, man. So these are all things that we use and learn from to show us, how to be righteous men. Okay, we're reading about righteous men. All right, and the most righteous of them all was Yahweh Shah, who was tempted himself, to not uphold his integrity, man. All right, we're gonna get this account. This is in Matthew chapter 4, starting at verse 1. Then was Yahweh Shah led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him and said, if thou be the son of Yahweh, if thou be the son of the Most High, Yahweh, command these stones to be made bread. All right, and so what you're having, what this account is about, was when Yahweh Shah went in the wilderness and fasted those 40 days and 40 nights, man. All right, he was at the weakest and vulnerable, state he could get to, man. All right, and so Satan, came to Yahweh Shah and tempted him to pretty much, show that spiritual power that he had, man. But it wasn't time for that. As far as Yahweh Shah, doing what he had to do, man. As far as filling out his lot while he was down here, while he came in the flesh, man. All right. It says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shah. And the devil taking him up into the holy city, and set him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, if thou be the son of Yahweh, cast thyself down, as it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. And see, this is Satan continuously tempting Yahweh Shah, but Yahweh Shah didn't budge, and his rebuttal, and that's the same thing that we're supposed to do when we're tempted by demons, is to cut him with the scriptures, man. We're gonna see what he said. It says, Yahweh Shah said unto him, it is written again, that thou shalt not tempt the Lord. And again, the devil taketh him up into a exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Yahweh Shah unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written that thou shalt worship Yahweh thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Because everything is supposed to be serving the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? And that's including, the animals, and the other nations. Because when Israel gets in the power seat, when we get the kingdom back, and these nations are going to be worshiping the Most High too, man. Okay? So with that, what I brought this example out to show you that even Yahweh Shah, he was tempted in his weakest state, and as you see us, we're in our weakest state that we've ever been. We're the most vulnerable, to wickedness, man. That's why, with this world being as wicked as it is, it's easy to get to get tempted, man. But you gotta have a strong a moral code to be able to upkeep your integrity whenever you're tempted by these different demons and temptations, man. Okay. And so, the perfect example to go to is Job, man, because Job was also tempted by Satan, man. All right. And so this is the account where I just wanted to get this point. This is Job 2 and 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou me against them to destroy him without cause, because pretty much, the Most High allowed Satan to go and tempt Job, to the point, where Job was wishing for the Lord to take his life, man. But the Lord, put Job through that to show, that he had integrity, to prove Job, man. All right. And in the end, Job held fast his integrity, and the Most High rewarded him after he stripped him of everything, man. We rewarded him, tenfold, man. All right, that's what's gonna happen with us, man. But first, we have to go through the fire, to come up against that temptation, because, as the scripture tell you, the Lord is about to try us, man. The scripture tell you to try a friend, man. And to see if is he really, is he really for your time? Roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord's about to try us to see who is really, gonna hold their integrity, who is really gonna be that like that Job, or be like Yahweh Shai, and truly to depend on the Lord to deliver them out of whatever comes their way, man. Because this devil is gonna come just like how Satan came, man. All right, because he's the physical embodiment of Satan, man. So he's gonna come in and do what he do, man. All right, this is proof. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2:12. Actually, I'm gonna start. 2:12. It says, "Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressing of our education." Because what you have out here, is a war between the wicked elites and the elect, which is pretty much the righteous elites, man. All right, and these elites, this is mainly towards the elect, man. All right, because they want to get rid of all Israel, but they really want to get rid of the elect, because we're the only ones that's calling these devils out for their wickedness, man. All right, because we're pretty much telling the world how to be righteous, but then you got this devil pushing his wicked ways, man, and so he knows that the elect is not gonna conform. We're not gonna consent to the wickedness that this devil's pushing. So we're calling this devil out to be the wicked man that he is, the wicked evil man that he is, and this devil wants to come against us, man. All right, he's gonna be used to try our faith, man. It says he professes to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Lord, because we know that we're the Lord's people. We know we're the Israelites, man. All right. It said he was made to reprove our thoughts, because Esau is the wicked, as the scriptures tell you. Job 9:24, Malachi 1:4. Esau is the wicked, man. Okay. It says he is grievous unto us to behold, for his life is not like other men. His his ways are another fashion. All right, because we're molded after righteousness. We've been groomed to be righteous, man. Because that's the whole because we know that's the only way we're gonna be delivered, man. All right, we know that Yahweh Shemel Shah is only coming to deliver the righteous. All right, and so you can't be operating in this world and still hope to be saved, man. All right, you gotta turn your life all the way over and serve the law, statute, commandments that were given to us, man, by Yahweh Shemel Shah. And we know that this place goes against the law, statute, commandments, man. All right, and so that's why it says that our ways are grievous unto them, because they're about wickedness. We're about righteousness, man. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits, because you try to make yourself act like y'all are the children of God, man. Saying you are the real Israelites, man. When we know that you're Esau, man. All right, you are the devil. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that that Yahweh is his father, because we know that the Lord is our power. Yahweh Bashim Shai is our power, man. All right, he's not for the rest of the world like everybody tries to make it seem like. They always throw out the John 3:16 and all that, but when you go into the scriptures, when you really get into the scriptures and read, the Lord only loves and cares for Israel, man. All right, the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. But the only ones that He's really coming to save on this go round is the elect, because 2/3 of our own people are totally gone thanks to Esau, man. Therefore, Esau's system, they're gonna concede to whatever Esau says, because they have no integrity. They have no moral backing, because they're completely wicked, man. All right, that's why 2/3 of our people, as Zechariah 13:8 and 9 tells you, have to be destroyed, man. All right, but the 1/3 is gonna be pulled through it, man. All right, because we're being tried. Our integrity is being tested by different trials and tribulations we go to in our everyday lives to groom us and prepare us for the coming day of evil. So when these things go, we know the Lord is going he's gonna have our back, man. All right. It says, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. Because everything that this devil's about to do, the martial law, the hour of temptation, this whole bringing the new world order in, it's all to come against the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because not only is this damn devil about to go to war with the Lord, he's about to go to the war with the Lord's people, man. Okay, so it's an all-out battle of righteousness versus wickedness, man. All right, and so they're gonna try us, do different things, man. Whether brothers get put in concentration camps, whether brothers, get put in that guillotine or whatever, running down on brothers, whatever he does, whatever the Lord has set up to be your temptation in that day. All right, but they're gonna come at us, man, to see if everything that we're saying is true, man, because they want to tempt Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It says, for if the just man if the just man be the son of God, son of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies, which he is going to do that because, as the scriptures tell you, when they shall come in as a flood, all right, the Lord shall lift up a standard, man. All right, he's going to protect those that are his, man. All right, it says, and even the ones that have to be put to death, they have to be martyrs for this truth. All right, he's going to raise them back up. So either way, the Lord's going to come through for you, man. All right, and that's why it's important to read these scriptures, man, because our people understood that back in the day, back in these times that each prophet, each man had to go through, man. All right, they understood these things, man. So that's why their integrity was never compromised, man. All right, because they understood the end of all things, that the Lord was going to be there for them, was going to take care of them no matter what, man. All right. It says, let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. That's why I said these devils have all these different, all this left hand technology, all this witchcraft. They got all these things to ready to roll on us, man, because they want the men of the Lord, really all of Israel, but mainly the men of the Lord, to be wiped out, man. All right. It says, let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things did they imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. Because we know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is in control of things, man. So nothing is ordained unless he, commands it, man. Okay? It's like nothing happens unless he ordains it first, man. All right? So these devils are not going to be able to accomplish their plan, man, because they want to persuade the world that we're wrong, man, and through his lies and his witchcraft, man. All right? And so they're going to torture brothers. They're going to kill brothers. To try to scare the masses into look. This is what happens if you don't play ball, man. But the elect, we're not gonna compromise either way, because in the end we know the Lord's gonna take care of us, man. All right. And like I said, Yahweh Shai is the perfect example, because he himself was tested of Satan, man. All right, so he knows exactly what we're about to go through, man. All right, this is Hebrews 12:2. Looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. It's like set down on the throne of Yahweh. For consider he that endureth such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. You have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin. So Yahweh Shai paid the ultimate price and shed his blood for us, man. And so the servant is not greater than the master. We're gonna go through hell just like he got. He was, humiliated. He was mocked. He was tortured. And like I said, he was put to death. So he knows exactly what we're about to go through and what we're going through now, man. But he continued to persevere and believed him to the end. And look what happened. Yahweh Shem Yahushua put him on the right. Yahweh put him on the right hand side of the throne. All right, to rule, because he's about to give him the kingdom, which is the world, man, which is the universe, man. All right, and as Israel being joint heirs, if we hold firm to this knowledge, man, to this truth, all right, we're joint heirs. We're gonna take part in those spoils that the kingdom of heaven is gonna come with, man. Abarat we be those men, all right. But you have to hold your integrity, man. All right, and I'm gonna just get these last couple precepts. All right, this is Psalms 25:21. It says, "Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee." And as long as you don't fold, you keep your moral compass the way it's supposed to be, man. You continue to walk in these law, statutes, commandments. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to preserve you through whatever you go through, man. All right. So that's why we just continue to wait on the Lord, because we know that he's not going to forsake us. All right. He's going to come back and deliver us, man. He's going to finally give us rest throughout all this BS that we have to endure, man. All right, Proverbs 11:3. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, because through being in the spirit, and you have to walk in righteousness to be in the spirit, man. All right, the spirit is gonna lead you unto life, man. All right, but you want to be carnal, you want to continue to be in perverse ways. All right, that's gonna end up destroying you, man. All right, that's why I said the broad the broad way is to destruction, man. The straight gate is to salvation. All right, very few can go on that straight gate, man. All right, but the ones that do, all right, they gotta have integrity, because they're not gonna let nothing compromise, crossing that finish line, man. Because we're all racing for that prize, man. All right. This is I'm gonna since my batteries are getting low, I'm gonna try to breeze through this. But this is another account, that brothers can see, meditate on, and use as motivation. And whenever you're in the gym to think back on. All right, this is part of things that I written aforetime was written for our learning. All right, this is in Second Maccabees chapter 6 verse 18. All right, this is one of our ancestors. All right, it says Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and one of well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. But he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came to his own accord to the torment. All right, because these damn wicked ass Edomites, who were the Romans at the time, was making Israel, go off the law, so they made it, if you serve the law, if you serve Yahweh Shem El Shai, you was put to death, man. All right. So one of the things that they established that we had to eat pork, man. All right. And you had this brother, our forefather, who didn't do it, man. All right. And he said that he chose rather to die than to live stained with such an abomination. He rather die than to compromise his integrity to eat some damn pork, man. All right. Which our people already don't have integrity, because they'll love that shit, man. All right. It says, and as it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. Because a lot of these people, when they're presented with you either do what I'm telling you to do, or you're gonna die. A lot of people, they're scared to die, so they're gonna go, with the latter, or they're gonna go with trying to live, man, trying to save their life. But as the scriptures tell you, they that save their life shall lose it, and those that lose their life for my name's sake shall gain it, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So you shouldn't be trying to save yourself, because in the end, you have no power in that. All right, that's showing you don't believe in the Lord. That the Lord can deliver you from whatever He puts you in. All right. It says, but they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and to make it as he did eat of the flesh, taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. All right, so these devils, told him, well, you ain't got to eat a pork. You can bring whatever meat of your choice to eat. It says, and just tell the people that you did it. All right. It says that he ate pork. It says that in doing so he might be delivered from death, and for the old friend with them find favor. But he began to consider great discreetly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and most his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Therefore he answered according, and willed them straight ways to send him to the grave, because this man was brought up to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and he wasn't going to waver his integrity just because of the threat of death, man. All right, so he told him, hey, I'm go ahead and kill me, because I'm not going to compromise, breaking Yahweh Shem Yahushua's laws, man, because the Lord, he understood when the Lord said to fear Him above all things, because that's the beginning of the knowledge is the fear of the Lord, man. All right, so it says to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, fear them that can kill the body and soul, not just the body, man. All right, so he wasn't afraid of those Romans or being put him to death, man. It says because he was up in age, man, but he spent his whole life serving the Lord, so he had nothing to fear as far as death, man. It says, for it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to disassemble or dissemble, whereby many young persons might think the Eleazar being four score years old and 10 were now gone to strange religion, right? Because this man was up in age, but he wanted to set the example, you know, of him being, you know, a wise man that came up from, you know, came up under serving the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He wasn't gonna let that stain to where, you know, people that looked up to him or can look up to him see that he held his integrity down to the end, man, which is how it's supposed to be, man. Because as we know about keeping a good name, you know, and having a good character, man, that's part of being righteous. All right, it says, and so they thought mine hypocrisy to desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my old age and make it abominable. Because he understood that it's better to keep a good name than for your name to be, you know, pretty much dragged through the filth. You know, just roughly paraphrasing. So our people understood that back in the day. Our people understood about having integrity, man. All right. Wherefore now manfully change this life that I will show myself such as one. Oh, slack. I'll skip the verse. It says, for though the present time I shall be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. Right? Because, hey, you even if you do so called, you know, try to save yourself, you know, the Lord can kill you as soon as you get out that situation. So you die and you go to the spirit world. You don't know what the hell Yahweh Shem Al do to you because you got them, you know, didn't uphold your integrity, man. All right. So that's why we're supposed to fear the Lord over man, because hey, once you die and your spirit leaves this flesh, all right, man can't do nothing else to you, man. But you don't know what Yahweh Shem Yahshua do to you, you know, alive or dead, man. Okay. It says, wherefore now manfully changing this life, I will show myself such as one as my age requireth, and lead a notable example to such as be young to die willfully. And this man set a righteous example on how to follow after, man, because you got these old men in our society that ain't got no integrity, man. You pretty much wasted their way their whole life, man. You know, and you got these people, these, you know, so-called elderly people that people look up to, they reverence. They ain't got no integrity whatsoever, man. So, you know, they pretty much set the model to be wicked, man. All right, but here's a notable example of righteousness, man. You know, how to ride out with your integrity still intact, man. Okay, being a ride or die for the Lord, man. All right. It says, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willfully and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. All right. And so, you know, Gad has a saying, you know, it's a beautiful day to die, because, you know, it takes a real man to stand up and die for his beliefs. Because I always say this, man. If you're not willing to die for your belief, you don't really believe in it, man. You don't have faith in what if nothing you're not willing to die for, man. All right. And so having that integrity is gonna give pretty much lead you to salvation, man. Because the temptation that this devil is coming with, like I said, this in this account, it was pork. All right, the new pork they're coming with is this RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Okay, now I'm gonna close out with this. This is Revelation 13:16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. When the mark of the beast has been the talk of everywhere, you know, as of late since this whole COVID-19 coronavirus thing's been going on, man. Because this is the ultimate sign of you either gonna serve the Lord or you're gonna serve Satan, man. All right, because they're gonna present you with death if you don't take this chip, man. All right, and this is proof that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. As it reads on, it says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 threescore and six. Right, because hey, that universal barcode is going to be in that chip, man. Because as Bill Gates has been the face of this RFID talk, man. All right, the mark of the beast talk. All right, he's already, you know, Microsoft is already patenting the vaccination, which is going to lead up into ID 2020, man. All right, to where the vaccines, the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, the you know, your ID, your medical information, your wallet, everything's gonna be in that chip. All right, And when you take that chip, you're pledging your allegiance unto Satan. All right. So you're not supposed to take that chip when that's presented to you. You're supposed to deny it, man. So if you've been you know keeping your integrity, man, if you've been serving the Lord like you're supposed to, man, all right, the Lord's gonna keep you from that, man. He's gonna put that spread on you where you're not gonna take it, man. Because you got a lot of people out here that's hearing this. Oh, I'm not putting a microchip in me. Ain't nobody chipping me. But then when Esau strips you of your food, of your shelter, and he presents you with take this chip or die. A lot of you people are gonna fold because, like I said, you have no moral upstanding, man. You have no moral code. You have no integrity, man. All right. Ultimately, you don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. So you're gonna take that damn chip, man. But the elect, all right, we're not gonna take that chip. Lord willing, we be those men. Abaratazah, man. Every brother that's doing this work and that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua and righteousness and sincerity, all right, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on us not to take that chip, man. He's gonna deliver us from the hell that He's gonna put on us. All right. Even brothers that's gotta be beheaded for not taking the chip, man. All right, you're gonna have a first class ticket on that chariot when you raise back up, man. All right. So either way, and the Lord's He's gonna keep us from that hour of temptation. I'm in with this last scripture because that has kept the word of my patience. Revelation 3:10. Because that has kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which everybody's about to face the hour of temptation. There's going to be whether you take that RFID chip or you don't. And if you don't, be prepared for the consequences, which is going to be you're going to be beheaded, man. All right, you're going to be put to death if you don't take that chip, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, man. All right, so everybody's going to be tempted of this chip, man. All right, because it said both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, man. All right, so Esau, if you're not of the 1%, man. All right, he's gonna put a chip inside you, man. All right. So with that being known, I'm gonna close this out. I want to say, call Halam like Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Bakal Kodash. Double honors to my apostle, elder, great millstone. Peace and blessed to the elect. Shalom.